What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lake Charles, Louisiana. This place is absolutely destroyed. This place, unfortunately, has gone through some hard times with storms, and it's just really sad driving through here. Just a lot of destruction. Lake Charles is in Louisiana, real close to the Texas border, and it has definitely seen better days. This place is pretty much destroyed. I'm going to give you guys a tour so you guys can see what it's like out here. For the most part, it's not looking too good. Hurricanes are horrible, and some communities are able to bounce back fairly well. Like, I live in Florida, and in Florida there's more money. Excuse me, especially South Florida. They're able to bounce back. But some communities like here, even long after the storms have passed, they're still dealing with. It's interesting that there's cameras. There's a fence with barbed wire, and there's cameras. So I don't know if they've had trouble with the people here. Remote control locomotives in this area. I don't know if they've had problems with people going on the tracks, or people maybe stealing from the. One thing I like about Lake Charles is car culture. Like, there's a lot of, even though it's in Louisiana, there's a lot of Texas car culture here. You'll see a lot of cars on Vogues. You'll see a lot of lowriders, old schools, all that stuff. Lots of littering on empty lots here. It's almost like a Detroit of the South, really. You can see it's just in bad shape. It's almost like a Detroit of the South. Hurricanes are horrible. I've been through a few. I've been through Irma, Charlie, Wilma. Hurricanes are rough, man. But some places, man, they just can't recover. So I kind of stretched on time on this trip, but I wanted to check out Lake Charles. I had one subscriber that's from here. And he's just like, man, come back to Lake Charles, come back to Lake Charles. I'm like, man, I don't know if I'll be able to, but he insisted enough to where I'll make it happen for him. You can see it's like, there's like heavy equipment in this house right here. This house just has metal bars in the windows. Kind of reminds me of Detroit a lot. Like, it feels as like run down and desolate. But that is interesting. I've never seen a railroad track where they've had to put barbed wire fences and cameras around the railroad tracks. Probably a lot of theft. I've also heard people say like that they'll put stuff in Mexico in these trains if they're coming from Mexico and they know the route the train's gonna take. They'll put stuff in the trailers. But there could be people coming in. There could also be actual people coming from Mexico, and then they hop off the train here. That's definitely a possibility too. But people put stuff in the trains as well, and they'll hide something in a train that's illegal. And then when the train, they'll put graffiti on the train. They'll make a specific graffiti on the train. So this is like run down. Yeah. This is like a Detroit-looking type of place. It's just that bad. There's a real ghetto aspect to it. That's an egg right there. Metal bars on the windows, so that's definitely never a good sign. This is a one-way.
I-10 Service Road.
Let's see the rest of this. I can get back on the other side. I want to go back the other way. Let me see here real quick. Yeah, I'm going to get back over on the other side. Let me see if I can swing around and go the other way. Oh, we're going minus 35 miles an hour. Oh, there's 2 minutes to get past me. It's really sad to see these, especially in the United States right now, where we say there's a housing shortage. We state they want you to believe there's a housing shortage. There's plenty of houses in America that, with a little bit of work, can be inhabitable, but there are places where people just aren't going to live. So when you say there's a housing shortage or something like that, it's kind of, in theory, there's a housing shortage, kind of. I see plenty of houses here. I just don't see who would want to invest in a neighborhood that's this bad already. You know, who would want to live in a place like this?
Oh, there's places you could have people, but they won't do that.
I don't know. I think the idea of, oh, there's plenty of houses in
There's
America.
plenty of housing.
But people they want to live in nice suburban areas. I think there's been a lot of economical advancement, and just people now that are now starting to be able to afford better stuff. I think that's really more accurate terminology. Is just there's more people that are just now able to afford stuff for the first time. So they want to live in suburbs. They don't want to live in an inner city. But this pretty much mirrors like a Detroit at this point. I mean, even Detroit, I'm going to say, even Detroit has a little bit more life than this. I feel like even Detroit has a little bit more life. This is like more rundown than Detroit. There's this guy on Facebook. He does like these videos where he'll show you Detroit, like on Google Maps. Like he'll show you a house in the year 2004. There's people outside, and like 2000, like after 2011, Detroit really went to crap, I guess, because he does like timelines off of Google Earth, showing how places change over time. That's a really neat concept. If I had time, I'd do a video like that for like Naples, showing how over the years it's changed place. Because I guess they ran the Google card through Detroit like many times, so you can see like different stages of it. You can see like different stages. And I hate giving videos these worst hoods titles. I don't like doing it, but like all the other YouTubers, that's how they title it. So if I want my video to show up in the algorithm, it's kind of the way I got to run with it. But I really hate doing that. I hate it. What caught me off guard too about the Lake Charles videos, like how many people, I know it's because of a natural disaster, I get that, but even before the natural disaster, it already had metal bars on the windows. It's kind of like how much of it was really natural disaster. Like this street here, like all these houses are all empty. That's empty, that's empty. They're building a new one right here. That's interesting. I wouldn't see me building in a neighborhood that's already this rundown. If I was building a house, I would want to build it like on an acre out in the woods somewhere where you don't have to, like a neighborhood that's already in this bad of a shape. It seems like a bad investment to me. Now this is what you see a lot of here, and that's one thing I like about the city. See the black, that's a Chrysler on Vogues, but they're rebuilding. My respect to the people that are still trying to rebuild their community. It's just really hard to rebuild your house in a community when, the whole community is boarded up at this point. That's kind of like, garbage is piled up. My houses have metal bars on the windows. To me, it would be very difficult for me to see myself rebuilding in a place like this. Like I would want to build, like maybe in the city, but like in another area or something. I would find it difficult in a neighborhood this rundown. I respect it. I respect it. I'm not saying I don't respect it. But like I said, I'm from South Florida. We get hurricanes too. But there's more money and people are actually wanting to rebuild. It seems like people here weren't able to. That's sad. It's definitely sad. But then you still got people that are wanting to do it, It's kind of weird how it's very much about contrast. But if it's your hood, it's your neighborhood, and I totally, your community, I totally get that. It's an ugly situation either way. It's incredible how many houses are boarded up here. Truck. This one thing I do like about this city. This city, they are really big on cars here. I like cars. I don't care if it's a truck, jacked up trucks, lowriders, old school, new school, Vogue tires. I don't care. I like cars. I like seeing cars being pumped out. Import, I don't give a crap what it is. I just like tuning cars and seeing what people do their projects like. Okay, GPS, back on the highway.
Okay.
There's more newer houses on that side over there. They're building a lot of houses still. But for the most part, guys, this town to me is like
In
depressing.
1,000
Like,
feet, turn left.
a lot of it just looks like this, like just run down. And a lot of the buildings that were here before have metal bars on the windows, so it really feels depressing. Like this building right here is like totally, like all these buildings right here, just, dude, like.
Turn left onto Mullen Street.
This is a highway, but I just want. There's literally nobody around. I could just do this.
There's a car right
I see
there.
it. I see it. I see it. But like all these buildings are just like that. Just it's so sad, man. But they're building. Like it's still like it's weird how there's like buildings that are beat up and they're still building. I would imagine this could happen to a place. I'm gonna keep going. I want to see what's up ahead. I'll turn around. I want to see this. I can imagine this could happen to a place like
In a
Lehigh.
quarter mile, turn left
Imagine if
onto
like
North
where we live in
Enterprise
Lehigh, if like a
Boulevard.
hurricane came through and just annihilated everything,
Head north on North Shattuck Street toward Catherine Street.
and then like
Turn left onto Catherine
there's
Street.
still a lot of empty lots, so they're still building even though there's like destroyed places. That's wild, bro. Oh, cemetery
In 1,000
here,
feet, turn left onto North First Avenue. This route avoids road closures on I-10 West. You are on the fastest route. You will arrive at 4:51 p.m.
Like, if you pay attention, like a lot of these houses do have metal bars in the windows and doors and stuff. I feel like there's more Houston car culture in Lake Charles, Louisiana than there is in Texas. Like, there's really, not in this neighborhood so much. Is that for sale? Is that Impala for sale?
No.
It's for sale.
No.
It's for sale. Hold on. Dude, it's an Impala.
No.
We're driving it back today. I've been looking for Impalas, that's for a while. Let me just take a picture. Oh, it doesn't say price on. Please. One of my favorite cars, man. You never let me spend money on stuff I don't need. You never let me spend money on stuff I don't
Exactly.
need. This is a cause for large concern for me. You're not letting me spend money on stuff I don't need. The only thing is an Impala.
Turn left onto North First Avenue.
I guess they could have got insurance money. If their houses were insured, they would have got something.
Head south on North Lyons Street toward Mullen Street.
Palm trees.
Turn right onto Mullen Street, then turn left onto North Enterprise Boulevard.
What if I ignored you, sir? What if I just came up with my own idea?
Why do you do these things?
Do what?
Ignore Siri.
Why do you have to do everything like the way the world wants you? Why can't you just be your own man and make it and forge your own path?
Head south on North Lyons Street toward
What's wrong
Commercial
with being
Street.
your own man, Katie? Forging your own
In a
path.
quarter mile, turn right onto Jeffers Street.
What's wrong with being your own man, Katie? Be your own man.
I'm not a man.
Forge your own path.
I don't want to be a man. Please stop trying to make me a man.
I'm talking about myself, not you.
Okay.
I'm my own man. Ain't no Siri gonna tell me what to do.
Okay.
Why do you have to stand up for her instead of me? Like, who are you married? Are you married to Siri? Or are you married to me? Respect me, women! It's okay not to do what Siri says. Siri's not like my boss. Like, I don't get paid by Siri. I don't have to listen to her.
I don't know why this makes me angry.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, let me understand this. Why are you taking sides with Siri and not your husband?
I'm not taking sides with anyone.
You are. You took sides with Siri. Who are you
Turn
married
right
to?
onto Jeffers
You.
Street.
Huh?
You
So what does Siri want me to do?
turn right on this road.
Turn right?
Yeah.
Okay. Turn right?
Yeah. That's the opposite way of the expressway.
But guess what? You see these little houses right here?
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be my cover photo, and this is what's gonna make my video get 100,000
Head
views.
east on Jefferson Street
And
toward
this
North
is
Blake
what's gonna
Street.
make me money. Ignoring Siri
In
is gonna make me
800
money.
feet, turn
Okay.
right onto North
You
Shattuck Street.
understand?
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So who are you gonna listen to, me or Siri?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Because it seems like you care more about Siri than you do about me.
No. I care about you.
Get in? So in the future, who's making you money? Me or Siri? I want to understand, like, where's your loyalty? Me or Siri? What's your
It's
real loyalty?
you. My loyalty is to you.
Like, Siri's not even a real person. Like, you know, you're taking sides with an inanimate object over your husband. Who pays your bills, puts you in
Head
Cadillacs.
south on North Blake
You
Street
haven't
towards
put me
St.
in a
John Street.
Cadillac yet.
Turn right onto
Excuse
St.
you?
John Street.
Oh, you've put me in 2 Cadillacs. Yeah.
At least.
At least 2.
At least 2 Cadillacs, Katie.
I forgot about those Cadillacs.
Oh, because they're not recent, huh? Oh, I see how it is. So I have to keep.
No. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see. You forgot about all those Cadillacs I had you in when I was in my 20s. Okay. I remember how it is.
You had me in 2 beautiful
Head south on
Cadillacs.
North Blake Street toward
A
Opelousas
blue
Street.
one and a white one.
Oh, no, you didn't see.
Turn right
And the
onto
white one was
Opelousas
the best
Street.
one.
Like you forgot about it.
No. You do wonderful things for me.
No, it doesn't seem like it. Judging by this video, it doesn't seem like I do wonderful things for you.
Oh, what you do? But, you know, the road is over there.
Okay, you look at Siri. Look at the map.
Head south on North
Yeah.
See how we're in a
Street
grid
toward
pattern?
Fournette
Yeah.
Street.
So it doesn't really matter if I'm going.
Turn right onto Fournette Street.
Like you're in a grid pattern. It doesn't really matter. You get what I'm saying?
But there's also a dead end ahead, so you're going to have to turn right at some
I
point.
will at some point, huh? But I'm more disappointed about you taking sides with Siri than you are. See this house, like, okay, the hurricane.
In a quarter mile, turn
Yeah, there's
left
some
onto
damage
North
to it.
Enterprise Boulevard.
I love how people like in Texas and here think like a Buick is a legit ride. It's not. Like this is the only region that, like Louisiana and Texas is the only region of the country where a Buick is still like a legitimate thing you can drive. Everybody else already scrapped them, but they're like, man, you got a Buick. Look at that thing, it's Buick in all over the place. You need to put some bog tires on it. Even before the hurricane hit this place, there was a hood. You could just tell, like metal bars on everything.
Yeah.
Head south on North Lyons Street toward Jackson Street. Turn right onto Jackson
Yeah,
Street,
right.
then turn right onto North First Avenue.
You have to turn on Jackson.
I know. I wanted to see the abandoned buildings over here.
Yeah.
You know why when you get mad at me?
Yeah.
Okay, I know when I put on Siri sometimes,
Yeah.
I just do it just so I can have a general idea of where I'm going. But I know I'm not gonna
Turn
listen.
right
to it.
onto North First Avenue, then
But I
turn
know as
left
a
onto
righteous
Fournette
person,
Street.
you could never ignore Siri. As a self-righteous person, the notion of ignoring Siri doesn't exist in your mind. But in my mind, it's okay to ignore Siri. Like that is just wrong. You just don't do that. You're just everything has to be like the right way.
Hank Hill.
Hank Hill type of person. Like you don't ignore
Head west
Siri.
on Jackson Street toward North
Yeah.
Franklin Street.
Well, in
Turn
this
right
case,
onto
I
North
would
Franklin
completely
Street, then
ignore
turn left
Siri.
onto Fournette Street.
See, even now, see what it's making you do?
Yeah.
It's making me go around this block. Why?
There's nothing.
Look what it wants me to do.
I know.
Does that make any sense? Does it?
It's messed up.
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
But you would have wanted me to
Head
do that.
west on Jackson Street toward North Enterprise Boulevard.
Okay, no como la soda, man.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto North Kirkman Street.
Why can't you go on Enterprise?
Because there's a train blocking the road. Right? You don't know that because you're a big bear white looking person.
Okay, chicken.
I love how you're so self-righteous that you can't like do something unless like if it doesn't have Siri's approval, you can't do it. You're like a Hank Hill type of person. You're like, you can't do that. Like one time we were in an urban area and there's like people shooting each other, like there's gunshots flying. And I'm like driving in the wrong direction to get away from him. She's like, Jose, you are driving in the wrong direction. I'm like, okay, I will pay the $500 fine for driving in the wrong direction if I could just keep living here, okay? Like we could be in a life for, I'm dead serious, like we could be like in a life or death situation. we could literally be like in a life or death situation, and I'll drive in the wrong direction, and she'll be like, Jose, you are breaking the law. I'm like, yeah, okay, I will.
Well,
happily-
if the officer did see you, I don't think he'd be worried about you driving in the wrong way.
Yeah, it's like when we're in Detroit,
It's
and like
like,
at Detroit at night,
oh.
you do not stop at red lights in Detroit at night. Okay, it's like, I was like, you are blowing red light. I'm like, I would rather blow a red light than have my head blown off in a carjacking effort. Okay, just.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto I-10
Sit over
Service
there
Road.
behind your iPhone.
It's always
and
cracked
shut
me up how self-righteous you are. Where like you can't not listen to theory, or if you're in the middle of a shootout, you can't blow a stop sign. Like he's the person like there could be like she would be like in a car chase, somebody's trying to like kidnap her or something or whatever, and she'll like stop at a red light because you know you can't blow a red light even though it's a life or death situation.
Or I'll pull over and throw them box of cookies. Give them cookies. Yeah.
Ow. It hurts me when my vehicle gets hurt, or psychologically, or emotionally.
Yeah.
I don't know. Place is in bad shape, man. The whole thing. It was like even before the storm damage, this place was just in bad shape regardless.
Turn right onto I-10 Service Road, then use the left lane to take the I-10 West ramp.
Places, there's always graffiti and stuff over here. You know what I mean? Like, I love graffiti. And I love how there's people that are like, oh, you know, it's all because of the. Don't blame the fact your town's ghetto on the hurricane. The hurricane did some horrible things, but it didn't turn
Use
your
the
town
left
ghetto. Your
lane to
town was
take
already
the
ghetto.
I-10 West ramp, then merge onto
what I mean?
I-10 West.
Don't give me that crap. Town was, because on the last video, there's like 4 or 5 people on my last Lake Charles video trying to say how, oh, it was beautiful before the hurricane. I'm like, no, there's metal bars on the
Continue
window
on I-10 West for
and
61 miles.
your gang graffiti.
In any town in America, you can pull a permit and do your own roof. Go to Home
No,
Depot.
I get that. That's not my point. My point is this. So, on that video, there was a lot of people that were trying to say, like, that before the hurricane, these weren't hoods. Like, no, they weren't. I'm sorry your town was hit by a hurricane. I've been through them. But your town being hit by a hurricane doesn't excuse gang graffiti. Doesn't excuse metal bars in the windows. That are two different things. I love how you can see the city over there from over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a giant abandoned parking garage. That's so cool.
Yeah. You can replace Grandma's roof. Yeah.
No, that's not the point though. You don't get it. You just don't even go on that far.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is like, on that video, there were so many people
Yeah.
trying to say that, oh, everything wrong here
Yeah.
is because of the storm. Like, no, you can tell, like, like even in the last video when last time I came here, I was making comments along the lines of, you know, general things that had to do more with the attitudes of the people, and the experiences that we had last time we were here, had nothing to do with the hurricane, and they're trying to blame that on the hurricane. Like, no, it's not. Like, we get hit by hurricanes in Florida too. We don't have metal bars in the windows.
Yeah.
We don't have gang graffiti.
No.
At least in the part of Florida we're from.
Yeah.
Like, one thing is not related to the other. The only thing I find like interesting about this area is how people try to excuse like things that are unrelated. I know Louisiana goes through a lot of natural disasters. How does that excuse the people sucking and being lazy and criminal? It's like totally irrelevant. And one thing has nothing to do with the other. I wish I could record the side view here. Look at it's like Fort Myers, you can see the downtown.
I know that's
On top. That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Neat view from up here. You know, like we get hit by hurricanes in Florida too. I some of the comments on that last video like aggravated me. Like really aggravated me. Like, well, we got hit by a hurricane. Yo, we get hit by hurricanes in Florida too. Natural disasters has nothing to do with crime and a bunch of other stuff. People being rude. Two totally different things. And just because you got hit by a natural disaster doesn't mean that now you're exempt from following the rules of society and decency because you're still a human.
It don't exempt you from life.
Yeah. And like I said, I've been through more than one hurricane myself. And I've lived in Alabama.
Like 5 or 6, yeah.
I've lived in Alabama, and my town got hit by a tornado. I didn't get hit by a tornado in my house. But I know what natural disasters are. It's not that I'm insensitive to natural disasters. It's that natural disasters have nothing to do with like the overall condition. You know what I mean? I don't know if they get it. They probably don't.
Natural disaster happens.
Well, let's say-
well, you clean it up a little by
Give me an
little.
example. I live in South Florida. We get hurricanes just like you do here.
Yeah.
If I'm a drunk, lazy, alcoholic, wife-beating piece of crap, and a thief and a criminal, I'm just the biggest lowlife out there. You know, piece of crap, abusing my wife, drinking, not taking care of my kids. And now I get hit by a hurricane, and I'm homeless. Okay, so now I'm homeless. But the fact that I went through a natural disaster doesn't excuse all the other crap that is wrong with my life. So now I can't be like, well, I don't take care of my kids because got hit by a tornado. No, you were, before the tornado, you already had not been taking care of your kids. It's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
But anyway, checking out, and shout out to our subscriber who was like, come back to our town, talk more garbage about it. Like, come back and keep talking crap about my town, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Checking out, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Off to Texas.